Alright everybody, welcome back to your average gamer shine here. Part 2 of Invade the NBA as I try to take Olympiacos Basketball Club to the NBA Finals and win them an NBA championship. Now, after the first episode, we left off right here on the New Year's Day, 14-20, sitting 10th in the Eastern Conference. Now, it's obviously going much better than I expected. A team like this, which, in case you guys happen to forget, we'll show you the roster. Let's just go up to Coach Game Plan here. So this is what it's looking like right now. Of course, we have Vasilis Spanoulis, my version of Kobe Bryant, my version of LeBron James, whoever you may be. He's the star player here in the squad. And we have a bunch of other guys. You know, the bench is pretty weak. I may put this guy in the lineup here. Why is he so far down? We may put him in the lineup. He is apparently on fire as of late. This is the first time. Let's check out his game log. This is the first time I've actually looked through any of these. Okay, so nothing fancy. We may give him some more minutes, though, because he's getting less minutes than a 67. So let's drop him down. Is it suggesting to take the starter out? No, it's not suggesting to take the starter out. So, you know, we'll slide him up here. I just did that the hard way for some reason. Okay, we'll move it like that. Give him some more minutes. See if we can make a difference. Now, what I'm going to do in this episode here is I will simulate to the trade deadline, or just about the trade deadline. And at that point, we'll see, are we buyers or sellers? Now, based on where we are right now, you would imagine we're sellers, but something could turn around. And, you know, I want to improve the team in any way I can, but I don't want to, you know, throw everything away. Like I mentioned in the last episode, I do not want to trade Spanoulis if I don't have to. So we'll move right up. Let's go right up to February 27th here. We'll simulate through this date. Get a win against the Lakers right off New Year's Day. That's definitely a solid start. Win against the Clippers. All right, so 3 games in a row here. Made one change on the bench, like I showed you there. So I don't know if that means, you know, we're gonna have some big changes or what, but the team continues to win. Okay. We are first in our division now, so we are in a playoff spot. Now remember, too, in the last video I showed you guys, we actually were 4th or so in the division at the beginning of this video, but we did not. We were only 3 games out, which was pretty crazy to see. So we have some. All right, so we have a chance here. I definitely think I may make a few trades. McDermott in the second round. I'll pass on that. We're gonna make some trades. I think we're gonna try to make a run for the playoffs right away. I don't know if I want to give up our first round pick just yet, but right now I'm not gonna do that. No. Right now, we just dropped out of first in the division, but we're very close to winning this division, so we're in a playoff spot right now, despite the fact that we continue to lose fan interest, which is a bit surprising. I don't want to move Spanoulis if I don't have to. So we'll go through here, and like I mentioned, I believe I mentioned last episode, I'm just going to run through, at least for the first amount of trades, I'm going to run through just the trade finder to see what they have to give me, see what they have offers, see what kind of offers they have for me. We'll go through the All-Star break here. I don't want to make any trades just yet. I want to figure out who I want to get rid of before I let them decide. So we're on trade deadline day. We'll head over here. Okay, so let's look at the upcoming free agents here. Anyone we want to go after. Now, like I said, I don't want to get LeBron. That would be too easy to really turn this team around. I wouldn't mind looking at a guy like Mike Conley. I wouldn't mind looking at, you know, any of these guys here, low 80s. Hassan Whiteside would be good. He's a younger player. Andrew Wiggins would be great. That would be a future piece to grab right there, who's got plenty of upside. Any of these guys would be awesome. But right now, we're going to go through the trade finder here, and we're going to look and see where we want to make upgrades. Now, definitely the bench would be great to upgrade at. We could use a backup shooting guard. And I definitely want to go after a small forward, somebody that can really upgrade the starting position. Now, this is the guy, Papa Petru. I want to say that right. If anyone is fluent in Greek, let me know how that sounds. Papa Petru is only 21 years old, so I wouldn't mind moving Lejeski here, who is an older 71. Darden really wouldn't matter too much if I move him or not. I think Lejeski would be easier to move. And I wouldn't mind throwing in this 21-year-old 62 overall. He may have some upside to him. So we'll toss those two in. And let's see what we can upgrade to. Pretty much any position besides shooting guard is what I really need. Now, I know a lot of these will need first-round picks, and immediately I'm drawn to this trade offer because it's two upgrades, slight upgrades, albeit, but two upgrades that don't make me trade away a first-round pick. I do like that. This, I don't need a shooting guard. Let's go through a little more. We got a point guard, so I'm not worried about that. We have a future point guard. If so, you know, the big thing I want to do in this, I don't want to really trade away as, you know, I want to keep as many original guys as I can, if that is possible in any way. Okay, Jay Crowder, no, I don't want to give up first. I think we're going to go with this trade right here. We're going to take an Omri Caspi on a 2-year deal, still a young player, and Costa Kufos, another relatively young player, a bigger salary, but I don't think we have to worry about salary too much. And we're giving up a young prospect, but he's a 62 overall. The odds of him really turning into anything are slim to none. And by the offseason, I'll probably be able to sign a few guys that are above him anyway. So we're going to take this trade right here. And we're going to go see how this affects the team. Now, like I showed you guys, we're first in the division right now with the All-Star break, which is really, that's beyond me. I did not expect that whatsoever. So let's go to all teams here. And we'll have the computer rebuild them, and then I'll go in and fix it how I want. Now, let's see here. So we got Caspi coming off the bench. Yeah, I don't want Caspi coming off the bench. I'm going to start him, and I'm going to start Kufos. And that's pretty much, I'll keep the minutes pretty much the same here. Give him one, maybe two more. I want Caspi playing a bit. Now, Spanulis is playing fantastic for me. I like to see, actually, his stats. He's only dropped 26 as a career high here. But his stats this year, 15 points per game. That's all I'm looking for out of this guy. I know we get 10. Caspi's going to go up. Kufas, how's he been doing? He hasn't been doing good, but now he's in a starting role, so maybe he will do something. Dunstan's been playing pretty well, averaging 9 and 9. So that's honestly pretty surprising. We'll see how he does, though, coming off the bench. See if he can provide a bit of a spark to the team. Now, let's go through here. I don't mind trading second-round picks because second-round picks rarely will turn into anything, in my opinion. So, can we do Trade Finder with the picks, or are we just going to hope somebody offers? So, let's go through here position-wise. We have 4 point guards now, so we can definitely move one of our point guards. Katsavilis. We're going to go with that. We get a 62 overall, young player. I think we can try moving him. We have an excess of shooting guards, and we also have an excess of centers, so let's try tossing in should we go? Let's go the cheap young guys. The low-rated young guys, and see what we can get. Now, immediately again, I look at this one because we're not giving up anybody. We only get Jeff Withy in return. We don't really need to do that. A 2018 first-round pick is something I'm not against, but we don't need a shooting guard right now. Gallinari wouldn't be bad at all. Again, I would like to shy. I don't think a lot of trades can be made without giving up picks. Now, bringing in Pekovic would be awesome. On a 3-year deal, averaging 14 and 8 right now. And maybe, you know, this is only 2017, so this is next year's first-round pick. And again, I have to assume, based on how we're doing this year, next year we may do all right. I may not even have to worry about that first-round pick. It'll always help. But I may not have to worry about it. Now, at this point, I'm going to be looking for a lot of deals that I can pretty much just flip. You know, if I can find a deal like this, make Pekovic my starter and take one of my centers, like my former center, I can't remember his name, the 71 overall, averaging 9 and 9, I can see if I can move him. Because all we're going for right now is a championship. That's all we're going for. So, let's bring in Nikola Pekovic. I think that's a good deal. He's on a 3-year deal. He's getting paid some big money, but we know he's going to produce for us as playing on a rather poor team in Minnesota. He's averaging 14 and 8. Now he's going to be one of the center of attention players. He's going to get the ball a lot, and I think we can make that work. Now, the only thing I'm not too worried about, we can try trading him for another player. Wow, he has a great shot, though. All right, so we're going to make this trade here. We're going to bring in Nikola Pekovic and see if he can make an impact on the squad. And immediately I'm going to go back to the trade finder here. We're going to look and see. if I can take one of my excess of small forwards now. We have Darden and we have Rudez. Rudez is who I just picked up. Big 6'10 guy. He can shoot like nobody else, but I don't really need him in the lineup right now. And I could use an upgrade at some other positions. Now we'll take Othello Hunter because we have an excess at center. And we're going to take... Who do I want to take? Yeah, we'll take Rudez and we'll see what we can turn them into. Again, I'd like to not give up picks. Now, I look at Tyler Johnson right here. I need to give a big pick for him. A Flalo, that'll only be a second-round pick. Good bench guy, but I don't need 2 shooting guards in that trade. That would be a little too much. We already got a center. Power forward, 2. Man, it's the first-round pick this year. I don't really want to do that. A second-round pick, and we could bring in Ed Davis. And we'd be moving one of our original players and a player we just received in a trade, bringing in another point guard. I do like that trade here. Don't really need that. Now, I really like this because we get Olynyk, a very young center, and Evan Turner, again, another small forward, a younger player. But I think I'm going to go back here and pick up Ed Davis. How's Ed's salary? $6 million a year, not too bad. Solid big guy, you know, almost undersized at 6'10". I wouldn't call that undersized for power forward. I'd call it undersized for a center, maybe. Power forward, yeah. Doesn't make too sense. He's definitely not undersized. Othello Hunter is undersized at 6'7". That's what you get for a college center for the most part. So, I think I'm going to hold off, actually, on that deal. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see if I can trade somebody else. Now, let's see if we can move Dunston and Rudez. Because Dunston will be on the bench right now. He'll be pushed to the 3rd center on the roster. And I may be able to I can get a guy like Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross is a player you may want to move for. All around, you know, he's a scorer. He can be, especially on a team like this, he can be your #1 target. Look through again. Jordan Hill wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to move anything for him. And we're only giving up a 2018 first-round pick. And by then, I'm hoping we're a playoff team. So we trade Dunston. We'll be getting back Norman Powell. Nothing to speak about on his part. I'm still not sold on that. So let's go back. We'll look for one more. Let's see. Because I do want to make a couple trades. We got to make some trades here. Let's take Rudez off. And let's go for one of our point guards. Let's see if we can upgrade at a couple positions. We'll take Slukas because I do like Manzares. I think he has a lot of potential. He's been playing pretty well. Second round picks galore in my trade offers here, which I like to see. This is something I'd go for, absolutely. James Johnson coming in, solid player. You know, he's not going to surprise you, as you can see by his stats. But again, coming on a team where he's, you know, going to be closer to the #1 status, he may not be a bad guy to bring in. Plumlee would be nice as a young player. I think we're going to go with this trade right here. The Pat Patterson and James Johnson trade. We're giving up a point guard. See, now I didn't even realize we're losing a point guard. Is there a trade, a power forward and a point guard combination I can pick up? Look at that. With the 2018, just as I say it, I think we're going to do this. We're bringing in Andrea Bargnani, a veteran, Jarrett Jack, a veteran as well, and we're giving up a first-round pick in 3 years. I will take that gamble from Brooklyn, and we will bring in these 2 guys and see what we can do. Now we'll head once again to the coaching and the game plan here. I will let the computer rebuild them and see how I like them. Again, I do want to have our Pekovic is starting. Jarrett Jack will be our 6th man. I do want to have Caspi start. I think I would like him starting more. I'll still give Papa Petru the minutes here, a good amount of minutes off the bench, because I believe he's definitely a good player. And we're running a pretty short lineup here. That's really fine with me. Small forward, we're running 2 small forwards. I think we'll be okay with this lineup we got. We have 1 backup at least off the bench everywhere. You know, let's take everyone down a minute, and if we need to, we can give some minutes to the bench here in case somebody needs it. We'll give that to Costa. Okay, so I think that's pretty good right now. I think we made a few trades. I don't want to tear this team apart. They're doing pretty well, and I'd like to carry this. You know, if I win the championship in the first year, that's something. I don't necessarily want to do that, but I think we made a few good trades there, so we'll see how it works out. I'm going to end the episode here, though. And we'll pick it up on the other side of the trade deadline when we come back for episode 3. So if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, subscribe, comment with any suggestions, and yeah, come back for episode 3. It'll be pretty interesting to see how this surprising team can do with the trades we made as we head into the second half of the season. So thank you for watching, and have a very average day.